Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Facebook Live. Yes, right now I'm offering $1 Million coaching free for 10 minutes for people who hop on. This is your chance to get coached with a coach to the top earners in network marketing or about any business in life for 10 minutes free. You got to hop on with me. So the good thing is that it's free. The trade-off is that it's in the public. So welcome, Phil. Would anyone like to hop on and be coached? Just go ahead and type me in the comments, and then I can let my camera bring you on too. So we'll both be on together. So welcome everyone. My name is Bess McCarty. I am coach and founder with the MLM Millionaire Club School for Network Marketers, also called the Shrink of MLM, because I help people bust through all types of blocks, a lot like Tony Robbins does. They can be blocks anywhere, about any issue that comes up. It could be blocks about fear of making calls, about how to motivate your team to do what they need to for success. But it could also be issues about health, wealth, or love. It could be personal life issues as well. So that could be relationships and communication. It could be about health, such as losing weight or how do I get myself to eat right or to exercise. These are all issues. I am a coach for all of these areas, health, wealth, and love, even though they blend back and forth, right? Our personal life can certainly blend into our business life and vice versa. So for 30 years now, I've been a coach, and I'll tell you my story in a few minutes. First of all, I just want to invite you again, who would like $1 Million coaching free for 10 minutes. I'll invite you with me on the camera, if you would. If you're watching the replay, I'd love if you type replay. And also, I'd like to know where you're from. Where are you from, Phil? So thank you for joining me on here today. I appreciate that, and I do appreciate the likes and loves too. So while we're waiting for the coaching person, just going to explain a little bit about how challenges might show up in our lives and also kind of press in on us. So we all have the next thing that we want to reach for, don't we? We all are growing like a tree, because this is the nature of things. Hello, Holly, welcome. A tree grows naturally, right? But if you have it in a house, it's going to hit a ceiling and want to grow beyond that. Hello, Lucy, welcome. By the way, I'm offering free 10-minute coaching to anyone who would like to volunteer. Just write down me in the comments. Also like to know where you're from too. I'd love to hear that. So yes, the coaching is in front of people, but the payoff is, no charge. I've done this before on radio. I've done speed coaching. It's really, really fun. So next, until we have a volunteer. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. I'm taking volunteers for coaching right now, 10-minute coaching. Until we do have a volunteer, I will go ahead and share some things with you. And again, this can be coaching anywhere in, it could be network marketing, business, or it could be life issues that you like coaching on, whether relationships or health or losing weight or exercising. Ah, Jim, you're in Marysville? What you doing there? Hey, welcome, Jim. Glad to see you. So, hello, Jacqueline. Hello, welcome. So, coaching. Sometimes with network marketers, it could even be issues that are different when you've been in a while, isn't it, than when you're new in network marketing. And when you've been in a while, you may have issues like, well, gosh, how do I get my team to follow me? How do I manage time? Now I'm trying to wear so many hats. How do I duplicate simply in my team? Or it could be even personal issues between cross-line, upline, team, company. How do I deal with this? How do I say this in the right way? So I help with all that. These are things that I help with. And just an image about how issues can come up in our life I was mentioning that we're all growing all the time, because that is the nature of life, that we grow, and it's kind of inevitable, either voluntarily or we get pushed to. Now, say there's the next issue that I need to work on in my life, and life has this kind of program for me. Okay, Bess, now you're doing good, but we want to take you to the next level, so we'd like you to work on this particular thing. Well, if a garden hose has some sludge or mud or rocks in it, it can just sit there fine when there's no water turned on. Or if the water just trickles out, it can trickle around that blockage or that obstruction just fine, goes right around it, no problem. That blockage or that rock can stay in a garden hose. But what if we turn the hose on, or increase the flow, or even turn it up real? If we increase the flow, it might start to push against that rock. And then the garden hose it'll be evident that there's some blockage there to the flow. And if the garden hose could feel, it would probably feel uncomfortable to it. It would feel like something's pressing, right? Something wants to move, or something is building up. The pressure's building up behind the block spot, whether it's a rock or kink, or whether it's sludge or mud, or whether it's an actual kink in the hose. How many, you've seen that, haven't you? You turn on the hose and it's like that pressure wants to unkink the hose, and it wants to unkink the hose. Whereas when the water's off or just trickling, that kink can be there, no problem, right? So that's the way it is with issues in our life. We might have a rock to remove or a kink to remove, and we don't know it until we want to reach to the next level for ourselves, until we want to reach the next rank in network marketing. Then we face ourselves, or we begin a new relationship, and parts of ourselves that haven't come up before to work on become evident. Or we say we want to get healthier, then we encounter our own resistance to eating right or exercising, right? So I guess that kink or that rock is the resistance that can be there until it's time for the next level, or until we decide, until we set a new goal, or life sets one for us, and it sort of forces us to encounter ourselves or to remove that kink. So, hi, Lucy, glad. Thanks for the waves. Thanks for the likes and loves, you guys. I appreciate that. Love to know where you're watching in from, too. That would be fun. So this is the way life is. Another analogy is that a baby, as it grows inside a mother, it's small in the beginning and it gets larger and larger. And at some point, that baby needs more room than is inside the womb. And it will, if the mother refuses to give birth, it will be painful or even fatal for mother and baby, right? So growth is natural, and there comes a point when that baby needs a bigger room to grow in, and so it wants to come out. And it's the same way with our personal growth, with the issues that we have inside and that we need to face. We crave, or we're ready for change, or a bigger room, or less restrictions, or less limitations, or to quit that job, to leave that boss, ready to be home with the kids rather than at work, leaving them all day at work, or ready for the next level. And in turn, in doing that, we often need to face ourselves. That's where a coach comes in, and that's where I've helped hundreds of people over 30 years, if not thousands, to embrace the lessons of life and move forward. So Lucy from Concord, where it's not hot and humid, it's not hot and humid there. It's cool here as well in Kansas. Yes, and Andrew Hall is from Temecula. Well, see, Andrew, here we get to meet, right? But glad you popped in. That is awesome. Yes, and I used to live in San Diego for 30 years, so I know Temecula well. Yes, I do. Glad to see you. By the way, I am offering, I'm looking for a volunteer right now who would like to get $1 million coaching for 10 minutes, speed coaching on here, who doesn't mind being brought on camera and getting free coaching in return for it being public. So it could be whatever something that you feel safe bringing up. Could have to do with business, network marketing or not. It might have to do with relationships and communication. It might have to do with health, losing weight, getting healthy, eating healthy, and all that stuff, which I've been through the ringer on all that stuff. I'll talk more about that sometime. Here, right now, while I'm waiting for a volunteer, I'm explaining about what happens in our, analogies in our life that want personal growth to happen, that kind of press forward for us. And I was equating a garden hose with a kink in it. When you turn the water on, it wants to unkink itself. A baby growing and then needing to birth and come out into a bigger room. And of course, there's birthing pains, right? On the way to that, there are anything worthwhile is uphill, as John Maxwell says. So anything worthwhile may take us out of our comfort zone and feel uncomfortable for a while. If I redecorate my kitchen, it's going to look worse before it looks better. I will like the finished product, and before it was uncomfortable because there's whatever was the reason I wanted to refinish it or redo it. Couldn't use it well, obstructions, ugly, unfunctional, whatever reasons it was pressing me to take care of that. And then I rip up the kitchen or redo things or put in new counters or anything. And so it's going to look worse before it looks better. And that's what happens when we tackle personal growth. Hello, Will. Welcome. Welcome, everybody who's hopping on tonight. I am offering free coaching, free $1 million coaching for 10 minutes. While I wait for a volunteer, I'm telling you stories. I have another analogy about personal growth, and that is that it's when you know you need coaching, when you know you can use help, and believe me, you don't have to do this alone. A coach like me helps you to get there better, faster, easier, farther. It eases the learning curve. It eases the lesson that we embrace because we don't need to do this alone. We are not put here as an island. It's okay to receive help. It's okay to have help. And when you know that you can need it, that you need to grow, I'll say, reminds me of a red light on a dashboard. And it comes on, it says, hey, you need something. You need gas or oil or whatever that car needs. And so you find out what it needs and you supply it and the light goes off. And it's the same way with us. Sometimes we have to dig and search a little bit to see, well, I know there's a problem in my life, whether it's a problem in business or with people or with health. Those are ways that life gives us feedback that it needs something. So, hello, Michael. Wow, good to see you. It's been a while since we've communicated. So glad to see you. Thank you for hopping on. And love to know where everybody's from. Love if you put in your favorite emoji, because we are talking about personal growth right now. So I'd love to know how you feel right now. Drop an emoji and it shows me how you feel right now. I'd love to know that. That would be safe to share. And by the way, I'm asking for volunteers who would like to come on and have $1 million coaching for 10 minutes here. I will bring you on camera with me and we will do some coaching. If someone feels brave enough to do that. I've done speed coaching on radio before. It's really fun. Michael likes me. I love denim. Thank you. Thank you. Nice jacket, he said. Thank you. I happen to fall in love with his jacket. Yeah, I like sequiny things and all that. So, personal growth. Sometimes with personal growth, we need to dig a little bit to find out. We know we have a problem, but we have to dig and find out, what is the solution to that problem? What is the unmet need behind that problem? So that is the process that I use with people. It's called Real Conversations. And I teach that as well. I'll put a link to that process so that you can learn it. Anyone can learn that. Hello, Constantinos, and hello, Marilyn. How are you? How have you been, Marilyn? That's something. Thank you. I've seen you a few times on my lives. Thank you for popping on. I hope you and your family are doing well. So while I'm waiting for a volunteer to be coached for 10 minutes, I'll bring you on camera with me. We can do that. I would like to ask a favor. I'd like to share my story so that if you know someone who can use coaching, that you could refer them to me. I can introduce us by Facebook private messenger, or just share this video with them. And by the way, I will post that link so that y'all can learn the Real Conversation self-coach method that I developed about 20 years ago, and I use it with students, clients, and myself to get from problem to solution real fast. It's an amazing self-coach process. I've described that in other, or taught that in other Facebook Lives. But I will put that link. I think you will love it. Hello, Michael. Welcome. I am asking for volunteers to get coached in 10 minutes, if anybody is so brave. While we're waiting, I would like to share with you my story in case you know people that can use my coaching. I've been a body-mind therapist and coach for 30 years for business and life, helping people to embrace the life lessons. I've been coaching network marketers for the last 10 years, one-on-one, helping them through challenges, and also in my school, the MLM Millionaire Club, which I now teach with Jeffrey David Gamble. I've been called the shrink of MLM, and I kind of like that. So I help people break through stuck places fast, and how to turn fear and negative beliefs into results. And it works. I'll tell you about some of those in a little bit. My story. As a kid, I was so shy that I would hide out when company would come. I didn't think I was, I was worried about being liked or criticized, not approved of. So I was very shy. And somehow I had to get from that to going door-to-door network marketing, developing an award-winning team in business, won a trip to the Bahamas. I did this full-time. It helped me raise my son as a single mom. I had to do my personal growth work. For me, I overcame that by focusing on the people and on service instead of myself. Because I came to realize that if I'm focusing on me and my fears, that's all about me. And when I focus on people, then I would feel safe and I would not be scared anymore. I could do it then. But I had to learn to focus on people and know that my worth was separate and constant and immune to what other people's reactions were, whether they liked me or not, whether they said yes or no, or whether they wanted to use my health products or join my team or not, that I was still lovable and valuable, separate from that. So I did a bunch of personal growth work on myself. And in fact, when my company went out of business, I went into therapy. I went into a 2-year program to become a holistic health practitioner and body-mind therapist, where we dug deep. Oh my goodness. Very, very deep, working on ourselves. So I got to do this not only to clear my own stuff out, but to help other people. That was a big part of my motivation. Okay, I'm going to face all my scary stuff, knowing that I can then help other people too. So when I worked with my clients and students, I developed the process. I noticed that there was a 4-step process that I and my students and clients seemed to always go through to get from problem to solution. So it went problem to emotion to need to solution. And that could happen in minutes. You can get unstuck from any problem in minutes, folks. So I called this Real Conversations with Ourselves, and I developed this and trademarked it, and I teach it. That's why I'll put the link for you in the comments. My business coach said, "Okay, great. You coach everybody. Got to niche down." I said, "Okay, business." He said, "Niche further," and I said, "Okay, network marketers," because I was one, and you guys motivate me. Listening to an interview with John Maxwell and Eric Worre today, and John was saying, Eric said, "What do you think of network marketing?" And John Maxwell said, "Well, I love it because these people really do their personal growth work. They understand the value and the importance of personal growth." So that is exactly what attracted me, why I decided to niche down and coach network marketers. That was 10 years ago, and I've loved it ever since. My breakthroughs look like Tony Robbins' work. I have developed something called a mental clearing to help people bust through old childhood programs very fast. I helped a man to overcome a fear of heights that he had for all of his life, and another man who had accidents annually. He was in car accidents till his chiropractor said, I think I detect a psychological pattern here, that's maybe causing these accidents. He sent him to me, and he never had another accident. And these were after both of these people had years of psychotherapy that weren't able to help. So I'm happy that I was able to help them and other people. Hello, Karen. Welcome, my coach friend. Oh my goodness. Glad to see you. Special friends are hopping on. What I'm doing is I am offering $1 Million Coaching in 10 minutes to anybody who would like to come onto the camera with me that would like coaching. So I used to do this on radio, speed coaching we called it. And while I'm waiting for this volunteer, I'm telling my story in case that you know people that can use this work. I'd love if you could refer them to me. So I helped in network marketing, since I niched down to that. I helped a young man to break into 6 figures and jump 2 ranks in a 60-day run that he did. First, we did a lot of skills upgrade for his network marketing skills. We did a lot of mindset clearing. And he said that his leap was due to our work, entirely due to our work. So I, again, felt very good about that I can help people like this. And I've helped others do very similar things. Although this is not typical. For many people, it does take longer. I have top earners in network marketing coming to deal with issues that you only encounter when you've been in that long. And they also refer people on their team to me who get stuck and don't know how to get out, who are afraid of making the calls. And believe me, even some top earners run across patches of fear and self-doubt, and there's always the next challenge. Everybody you see around you has a problem, a challenge that they're working with. Everyone, because we're all growing, right? Everyone's up against their next level and their next thing to grow. So I help people with these issues at any level that they are in network marketing, from beginner to very long time top earners. I also help people to brush up on the 7 skills that Eric Worre teaches in his GoPro book. And that is finding people, inviting, presenting, follow up, signing them up, getting them started fast success, and getting them to events. So I teach the skills and the mindset, although mindset's 80%, being the shrink of MLM. And I help people with this through one-on-one private coaching, and also including helping them through challenges, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow. And also in my school that I teach with, Jeffrey David Gamble, we have developed a book called Always Get a Yes. So it's something everyone can afford. We even have free stuff available, including on weekdays at noon Eastern Time. We have a free class, like Facebook Live, on the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell, since leadership is so important. And Eric Worre just interviewed John Maxwell, and John Maxwell's going to be speaking at Eric's December GoPro event in Las Vegas because it's so important. So Jeff and I take one of those 21 laws every weekday, noon Eastern Time, and we present that. It's roughly a half-hour show, and you are invited to join us. If you want to watch it or the replays, just go to the Facebook group, MLM Lunchtime Leadership Shows. And people are loving these, and we get comments like, oh man, I was in a down space and I had watched your show and I felt better, or I just need what I'm learning on these things. Hello, Kareem, welcome. Glad you're here. If you're watching the replay, I'd love if you type that in. Also like to hear where you're from. Anybody get a takeaway from this about personal growth or how it works for you? I'd love to hear that. Who has a question? You can type in a question too. I invite you to come on and get 10 minutes of free coaching with me, $1 Million Coaching, free for the next 10 minutes if somebody's willing to come on camera with me. Maybe in the future, think about that. But meanwhile, if anyone has a question, I'd love if you type that in. Or an insight or a piece of wisdom, favorite quote you'd like to type in. I'd also invite you to type in an emoji, how you feel right now. How are you feeling right now, everybody? It's good to know what you're feeling and needing, That's one of the things that I teach people. So I have something for everyone, whether it is one-on-one coaching or free stuff that I offer, something for everyone, so that if you are a network marketer, you can be in control of your dreams in life and influence an amazing team and make residual and income and friends for years to come. Now I have, going to close in a minute unless I see questions, unless someone volunteers to come on camera with me and get coached for 10 minutes. I'm going to end in just a moment. I would like to end with inviting those who have a team of 1,000 people or more to have a special complimentary free session with me dealing with the special issues that you only find at your level. Again, how to motivate your team, time management, how to duplicate any personal issues that come up for you in communication with the field, with the company. You are invited to private message me for that complimentary coaching session. Anyone who has 1,000 or more people on their team, right now I'm offering coaching sessions to deal with those special issues for free, complimentary. So you're welcome to private message me. Woo! Thank you, everybody, for being here. Any lasting comments, thoughts? I love you. I support you. You can do this. You can get past that kink place in your hose. You can get past a stuck place. If it's scary, if it's hard to look at, if it's hard to face, if it's hard to find a solution for, whatever is going on in your life, you don't have to do it alone. If it's hard to solve, that's why I'm here. You can ask for help, and every problem has a solution. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. Life doesn't give us a problem without a solution. Love to be part of helping you with yours. That's what I do. That's what makes my day. Okay. Everyone take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to be on here every day for the next 90 days, helping to educate people about coaching, and also for the purpose of asking a favor of knowing what I do so that you can refer people who might be able to use it. Thank you for sharing the video if you know someone who can use this, including in groups. Some people are sharing this in personal growth groups or network marketing groups. Really appreciate that. Been getting good feedback for that. Thank you all. Sending you love, encouragement. Let's do this. Take care. Bye-bye.